Hey guys, Heath Baker with Burris Optics. We're going to be doing an entire series of predator hunting focused videos, breaking down tips, tactics, and strategies on how to get coyotes off of your properties. So let's talk about using vocals at night. What do you start with? What do you do when they respond? That's the biggest question. You know, a lot of guys, they go out and play rabbit because that's just what they're comfortable with. But truly, I kill 85% of my coyotes using vocals day and night. Now, my rule is I always start subtle. I start with a PT female interrogation howl. And I do that because not every coyote is aggressive. So there are far more submissive coyotes, non-aggressive coyotes than there are alphas. If you start out with something super aggressive, you're risking the chance of spooking off those submissive coyotes. So you kind of shot yourself in the foot right out the gate. Now, starting subtle with a female interrogation is just kind of like saying, hey, guys, I'm over here. It's not real threatening like the guy that walks into the bar and wants to fight somebody. Nobody wants none of that. But if you play a sound that's less threatening, your odds of bringing in, whether it's a submissive coyote or an aggressive coyote, greatly increase. So then after that, you howl. You do a female interrogation howl, and a whole pack of coyotes light up. What do you do next? Now, I believe if you have a pack of coyotes in that area, that's kind of their territory, and they're not going to want any other coyotes there. So what I do is I serenade back. That puts in the coyote's mind that there is another group of coyotes infiltrating our ground, and they're going to come in and investigate. And let's take this one step further. Say you get a group of coyotes to howl, and you do a serenade back, and you sit there, because another thing you want to remember is be patient between your vocals. Don't jump from vocal to vocal. Give the coyotes time to work in. Sometimes they run in, sometimes they walk in. But say you howl, they don't show up. What do I do next? That's when I jump into pup distress. I'll play a soft, not real aggressive pup distress, just loud enough where I feel like they can hear it. And usually if they're out there, that'll get them riled up and they'll be coming in for a fight. So say you do a howl, starting out your stand, and nothing responds. Well, first off, if you've watched any of my live feeds, I say this over and over again. Just because they don't howl does not mean they're not there. So you still want to give it some time in between your howl to allow coyotes to filter in. There's times that I've howled, nothing answered, and I had 7 coyotes show up. But say you sit there for a while and nothing still comes in. That's when I start out with a subtle rabbit distress. I start soft and increase the sound over a period of time. One thing I would not recommend is cranking the rabbit up full power and just letting it run the whole time. That's not realistic. It's not what a rabbit would do when it's in distress. I like to call stair stepping the sound, which means I'll start low and subtle just in case there's a coyote close, and I'll bump the sound up and then back it off. Bump it up and back it off. And I do this for about 10 to 15 minutes. So in the past, I'm a very impatient person. I would sit 10 to 15 minutes, nothing shows up, I'm out of there. But my strategy's changed. Sometimes I'll sit, if I know and believe there are coyotes on this stand, I will sit there for an hour. I've killed a coyote at the 7-minute mark, a double at the 15, and a 4th coyote at an hour. The key is being able just to switch the sounds up. But you want to make sure that it makes sense what you're doing. So if you use a vocal and bring a coyote in and shoot it, that's when you jump to pup distress. And then after you shoot another one, give it a little bit of time. There could still be a hungry coyote out there. It doesn't hurt to play rabbit. So just switching up that sound, being patient in between your vocals will help you have more success in the field. I'm a sponge too. I'm always trying to learn. So if you guys have any tips or tactics that are working for you, drop them in the comment box. I appreciate you watching and stay tuned for more videos.